Hello everyone, this is Kenny, otherwise known as PineappleWolf, the lead designer and the Beastmaster of Terral. So I'm back here creating more characters for the Gen Con, working on my Goblin Ranger. Just thought it would be fun to have a Goblin Ranger. I really have nothing else that I thought of or really put into this before coming into it, so I'm gonna make a Goblin Ranger. So let's do that. Alright. Oh, name. It's, I swear, one of the hardest parts for me. Okay, so with goblins, I usually like to do like single syllables and some kind of Z sound or V, R's, D's, basically kind of hard sounds. Um, Zer. Ooh, Zer? Zer. That sounds goblin-y. Let's go with Zer. Sounds a little bit off. Single syllable. Sounds like something a goblin could be named. Player will be the Gen Con group. Gen Con Grop. There we go. Species down. These aren't in order. I didn't realize. Goblin. Class. Ranger. They will end up being level 3. I don't remember how much experience is for level 3. There's a whoops for Kenny. Let's just leveling guide. So 700 is the minimum, so we'll just put that as 700. All right. Gender, let's make them male. Age, oh, I do not know the age range of goblins. I think they're like 150 years, one of the more long-lived races. Oh, not that. Right. Oh, there we go. Okay, species. I got my goblin already pulled up. Yeah, 150, 160 years. So a good adventuring age would probably be, 40-ish. Let's do 42 just for the reference. Okay, height. Goblins are 3.5 feet. Let's make him a taller goblin. Do 3 foot 6 inches. Weight. So that size. I get a ranger. So, they're pretty, they kind of live in the wild, hunting, living off the land. They're probably not exactly super buff or anything. So, let's put them at like 100 pounds. Sounds reasonable. Hair color. Ooh, goblin hair color. Can I just do, I mean, white sounds fun, but I have no reason to. Yet. I don't want to do black. My Elven Ranger, Soraya, whatever I called her, she was black haired, so I don't want to do that again. Let's go for like a red haired goblin just for fun. Just bright red hair. Eye color, it's blue. Give me an odd looking individual, should be fun. Okay, gonna leave the call to action, the personal goal for the Gen Con players to actually figure out. So as I mentioned in my previous video, I like to start with 4 of all the stats and just minus 1, basically take away to add to another. So we're flat even right now. Gonna pull back up. So species, we're losing 2 strength to gain 2 constitution, gaining 2 agility but losing 2 charisma. So that becomes a 6, and that becomes a 6, that becomes a 2, and that becomes a 2. All in all, like I said, I don't think about these too much beforehand. If I had one that was really off, I might reconsider, but I didn't go in and go, oh yeah, goblins have high agility. They are perfect for being rangers, and, they have low charisma, so, that makes sense they're out in the wild. I just came in and said, okay, cool, that sounds like a fun combo. Let's see if it works. It did. Okay, so rangers are agility and perception based. I can actually kick agility up another 2 points. Maximum would normally be 6, but character modifiers. So, but first, I need to get that perception up. I feel like to at least a 6. So let's push that to 6. which means I need to take 2 away from somewhere. Let's take 1 away from intelligence and 1 away from willpower. Strength is already suffering. Don't want to mess with that too much. Constitution has some spare points. Let's take away 1 there. Yeah, okay, take away 1. Put that into agility. So they should still have ranged fighter, but if they do get hit, they're not gonna have too much issue at all. Keep their agility decent right there. And perception is their secondary skill. Ooh, sorry. Okay, yeah, like where that's going. I think all in all, I'm pretty happy with that, and I managed to maintain some luck in a character, which for me usually that's a dub stat, and I regret it during the course of a campaign. So let's hope my players end up being lucky. Okay, so all these stats auto-calculate for us. Thank you who designed the sheet. I believe that was Walrus who designed this one, or was it Weasel? Someone. All right. Because we adjusted some rules around and the sheet is not up to date for that. I'm going to adjust the agility here or the mana base here to 7 because it only goes off 1 of your class abilities now and you get to choose which one. So I chose agility. So magic points of 8 and nothing attuned yet. The legacy items will come in, but my Gen Con players get to work on that themselves, so happy day. And I'm probably going out of order from what my sheet tells me to do, but hey, that's leveling. I don't need that anymore. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So let's go back and get advantages, disadvantages figured out. And yeah, I've got quite a few steps already done, thanks to that. Alright, so advantages and disadvantages. What have we got? So, let's see. I kind of want them to be a decent fighter. But what other fun stuff can we get in there? Alright, so anything charisma based, I'm just going to knock out right now. Kind of like balanced. I can see that being fun there. Quick learner, for me it's almost a default grab, but I don't necessarily feel like I need that too much for short campaigns. Still, maybe if the 8 would let them build up a little faster. Let's see, animal empathy. Traditional rangers are pretty good with animals, but we don't really have animal companions for the rangers so much. Just sort of a personal choice in how the character got designed. I think more Aragorn than I honestly don't know any other famous rangers. Alright. Well, that's fun. Okay. Anyway, so, if you wanted to, when you were building a ranger, you could roll the animal empathy back in. There's some backgrounds that involve getting pets. You can purchase pets. So there's some options if you really wanted to go for a more traditional RPG-style ranger. But, okay. Dropped intelligence as well a little bit. Dropped willpower a little bit. So, not really focused on those too much. Don't really need magic flow unless I was going for something like a spell shot, which would be fun, and I might go design one, but leaving that off for now. See, like, the ones I really want for this character are all, like, the 4 and 5s. Because, like, Observer and adding anything to perception rolls is going to be amazing for this character. Weapon expert, to be able to shoot really well. Combat reflexes are nice. Quick reflexes are nice. He's pretty good on Constitution. Doesn't really need the tough skin. Dumb luck is always nice. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright. Let's see. What 2 would work best? I feel like Observant, because I really want that perception boost on this character. Like, I want him to be able to see everything. And since I chose Agility for his class attribute rather than Perception, it'd be nice to have some points added onto that. Okay, so let's do Perception. Weapon Expert. Like letting everyone feel powerful with their weapon of choice, but inspirational. I like inspirational. That would be fun. You're just so inspired by your ranger making these awesome shots. You're like, yes, I'm going to do amazing things too. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's do observant and inspirational. Right, badges of badges. Observant. And inspirational. Perfect. So observant +4 to perception based checks. I'm gonna get angry if I have it. Yeah, okay, fine. Add +4 to perception based. I guess that doesn't mean capitalized. Based checks. Yay. Okay, inspirational. After you critical succeed, your allies gain +2 on their next skill check. Yay. Alright, so I've got 9 points I need to work out. Let's gonna put a bunch of phobias on. This character's gonna have so many fears. Okay, jokes aside. Alright. So let's see, do I have a 4 and a 5? See, one-track mind is a pretty dangerous one, depending on how you play. But since a lot of it's tied into skill gaining rather than the willpower aspect is there, but I think that's a little more secondary. It's not a huge punishment, so it doesn't really feel like that's great for one-shot character. Okay, so I could do a 3 and a 2 and a 4. Do magic incompetent, make them harder to get items. Easily tired, slow learner, ugly. Ooh, but that really pushes back into the stereotype for goblins. I don't want to be too stereotypical. Alright, 3 3s. As you can see, I'm just trying to make everything balance out easily rather than just kind of picking what works best. I don't know. Don't ask me anymore. Okay. I like impulsive. That's always a fun one. I was joking about putting a bunch of phobias on. It's just my favorite to stack in because you can do all kinds of fun stuff with those phobias. Susceptible to toxins is kind of fun. And yeah, I think that could actually work. It's a good phobia for a ranger. I just kind of want to do something involving giant elephants, but that will never come up, and that makes it almost not worth the time. Okay, we'll work on the other pieces first. Let's put impulsive in and susceptible to toxins. So impulsive is here somewhere. Let's make willpower checks or character jumps into things blindly. I could imagine that kind of impulsive nature comes from being out in the wild for a while, almost getting like an animal type instinct where you kind of have to do and act. Alright, and susceptible to toxins. Take -3 on any rolls involving resisting toxins or poisons. Okay. And I know I'm doing the phobia, I just don't know what I'm doing with it. Trying to think of the campaigns I wrote. Got one taking place entirely inside a volcano base that they're trying to escape out of. Got one taking place aboard a ship in the sky. Lots of sky fighting. Got one involving fighting off a giant leviathan. Undead leviathan, no less. Let's go with small spaces. Like they're claustrophobic. I don't know how to spell claustrophobic. Claustrophobic? Maybe? Yeah, I'll come back and adjust that. Go back. Hates being in... Wait, did I just make a goblin claustrophobic? the ones that can squeeze themselves into any space and live in holes in the mountain. Apparently, that's why he's a ranger. Like, all right, this not by design. I'm just having fun here. Well, but that ruins their ability to squeeze into small spaces. Well, the willpower checks could be fun, though. Let's do hates being trapped in small spaces. And so they can move through them. They're just if they get trapped, they freak out. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds more fun. Okay, so there's advantages and disadvantages figured out. Heading back over here. So select the species, did the details, skipping the background. That way they can pick it at Gen Con. Got advantages and disadvantages figured out. Class is already set up. We got the attributes. Let's get the class skills and starting gear going. Okay. So back on to here. We got our ranger. We're gonna pull that up. Okay. So agility based fighting skill. I'm gonna pick a bow because I want the classicness. Escape, dodge, tracking, navigate, discerning. All right. Honestly, one of my favorite combo of abilities. I really do enjoy rangers. So I'm going to set this off on my second screen where you guys can't see, but I'll be able to set this up. And as usual, I'm going to go back to breaking the sheet. I call it archery, is the skill name actually. So I do like putting these leading pieces in there, that way you know exactly what skill you're pulling from. In a future sheet, we'll probably actually put something. Wait, that was wrong. We'll probably actually put something like this in there so players can easily access it. PineappleWolf actually talked about setting it up to where you could actually have your. So if you have a ton of agility-based skills or something like that, you'd have a header piece where you'd be able to see, oh yeah, my agility is 7, and it would just be right here for you above your skills. So you would add it to whatever your rank is, which I kind of like the idea. See how that works out for designing sheets and stuff like that? Okay, so these are perception, tracking, perception, navigate, and perception, discern. Yay for short skill names. All right, everything will start with a rank of 3. Excellent. All right. Oh, I keep forgetting I have a character's level 3. Okay, don't mind me. Just gotta add some points here. Let's boost agility once. Let's boost perception once. And so I get at level 3 2 attributes. Kinda wanna bump up constitution again. Yeah, I'll have a slightly tanky ranger. Should be amusing. Okay. And let's see if I have any other skills I want to kind of pull into this. Okay, so we already have Constitution doing pretty well. I can like resist hot and cold. There's be a lot of situations in my campaigns where they're gonna have to deal with that, and I believe a ranger I think would do well with that. Just give them resist toxins, even though they'll be to -3 to it. Yeah. Okay, so let's do resist hot and cold. Right. Alright. Agility, anything I want to add in. I was like having a bit of acrobatics on agile characters. Helps them move around and do things. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Lashing, maybe? Yeah, let's do lashing while we're at it. So we're going to do acrobatics. and AGI, lashing. They're a very agile individual. Okay, so I have, like I said, I'm doing averages for everything, no randomization. All the characters will have the same stats regardless, just distributed differently depending on their character. So first level would be 7 is the average of 2 die 6, and then you get, I believe it's 1 die 4 plus 2 skill points. Let's check that and make sure. Back to the leveling guide. Yeah, 1 die 4 plus 2. Okay. Oh, and let's not forget to add stuff to the mana base. Woohoo. Alright. So 1 die 4 plus 2 would average out to 4.5. So that is 9/16 to distribute. You watch, I'll have done this differently than I did my last video. Be hilarious. Okay, so 16 points. Let's up their archery to 6. So 13 points left. Escape. I'm going to leave that one. Up their dodge to 6. So now we're left with 10 points. Let's put 1 point into tracking, leaving me with 9 points. 1 into navigate, leaving me with 8 points. 2 into discern, leaving me with 6 points. Let's put 3 into acrobatics, leaving me with 3. 2 to resist hot and cold, and 1 to lashing. They get a little bit of success working on that. Just gonna, while I'm here, fill these out because they have 10 successes they need. I'm not sure if I'm gonna print this out or just copy it somewhere, but it at least is a working version of the character sheet for here and now. So yeah, let's do it all of them. Okay, let's go figure out equipment. Okay, so we got equipment over there. The class starts with a spyglass, a cloak, and a basic adventurer's kit. So let's go do that. Buildable sheet is great until you need to use the multiple lines. Okay, they get the spyglass, the cloak, and I'm going to pull up the adventurer's kit. Go. Adventurer's kit. So I have that on my side screen so I can fill this out. Okay, we can do a bed troll apparently. Bedroll. 3 lanterns. Okay, I just can't type things today. This is great. And 3 days lantern oil. Flint and steel, lock and tackle, 100 feet of rope, 2, I guess I'll use my numerics, 2 water skins, told you I can't type today, I don't know why. Probably because I'm trying to be talking the entire time and engaging whoever's watching. Utility knife, and let's just 30 days of rations. I'm never going to be able to starve my characters out, that's for sure. Unless I do massive time skips. Incidentally, I'm not trying to kill off my characters, just challenges. I like to think of challenges. Okay. Back to the main. Oh, they get their special ability for being at 3rd level. I'll write this over here. So, for classes, 3rd level special, dead aim, add 1 die 12, 2 attack rolls for 1 die 12 rounds. Put that in. Dead aim. Add 1 die 12, 2 attack rolls for 1 die 12 rounds. Can I fit the forward rounds in here? Ooh, barely. Nope, nope. It's just Control V Wow. Okay. Really cannot type today. Yay. Alright. And let's put in their species ability while I'm thinking about it. So that'd be nimble. They can squeeze into any space they can fit their head into. Can squeeze into any space. Okay, so it'd be goblin. I'm changing the value of that. Can squeeze into any space they can fit their head into. Whatever, works for me. Good enough for now. Good enough for now. Okay, we've got skills, we've got action stats. Let's see what's next on my list for character creation. That's leveling guide. Okay, already calculated for us. Skills have been selected. Not doing any spells. And legacy items are going to be developed by the characters. So I'll take a quick pass through, make sure I have everything where I want it. So I've got Zer, the Goblin Ranger, who is level 3. Oh, weapons and armor. Aha, this is why I go back and check things. All right. So back to the equipment section. Let's see. So a character getting 1 die 12 times 100 of gold would end up with 650. Again, you watch, I'm like rounding differently than I have been between the two characters. Oh well. Alright. So in archery, see, based on agility, they can go full warbow, and I think I will let them just really punch out that damage. Alright. So 250 vials, leave me with 400. Damage 1 die 10, 350 yards. Okay. Warbow. Damage of 1 die 10, range of 350 yards. And no notes for that. Alright. Let's figure out their armor. Alright. So let's see. I have 400 left, so I could even shoot up to chainmail. Oh, but the strength is what's gonna hurt. Alright. So I can go with hide, which would only requires 2 strength. Has halfway decent rating. Now I could do an armor add-on, make it gnome crafted, which does make it more expensive, cost of 1.5 times. However, it does take off some strength requirement. So I could go up to a strength of 4 and still be able to wear it, plus have some other boosts. But the cost would drive that up too much for me. Even 300 times 1.5 makes it 450. So I could just really boost up the hide itself. Yeah, so let's do that for this character. You can have gnome crafted hide. Alright. So things are going to change a little bit. Cost 75 times 1.5 is an annoying number. That's vaguely 120-ish. So I'll just do 115 and call it close enough for the math I'm doing. So that would be 285 left after I'm done with this. They're going to have some spare money. All right. Okay. So, yeah, 285 remaining. So my rating now becomes 4. My durability is now 7. And doesn't have any strength requirement. Okay. So gnome crafted hide. Now my durability is 7. Was my rating 4? See, I already forgot. Yeah, no, that's durability. Rating plus 1. Okay, yeah, rating of 4. Okay. And just for fun, I want to wool line it. Useful in some places, less useful in others. I'm not gonna play with that. Okay, so they're gonna have 4 armor, because very few things get natural armor. unless you have tough skin or are a Stoneborn. Alright, so with 285 remaining, let's get them some other toys. Let's see. See if I can get some weapon slates. Problem is we don't have them listed in special equipment. It's a fighter exclusive. Get it now. Oh, it's magical. That's why. All right, do 5 weapon slates because magic stuff is expensive and I don't have the spare for that. So let's do 5 weapon slates. Add that to their inventory. I guess I'm doing that. 5 weapon slates plus 1 die 4 weapon damage for 1 combat scene. Probably more than they will ever need for a one-shot. I'm sure they'll have fun with that. Alright. So they're left with 185 vials, technically scruples now. I'm just going to leave that as straight money for them. They're armored. They got a good weapon. Got some weapon slate. Maybe I could give them potions, but eh. Alright. So all in all, I think this character is ready to go. I'm fairly happy with it. Be a decent character to take into a fight. They're very much more fighter oriented than anything, but I'm doing a mixture of combat and puzzles for all of my things. Not a lot of, I have some social in there that they can play with, but that's not the main focus of my games. So yeah, this should be a fairly decent character to bring into combat. Should be able to fight fairly well and do fun things. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate you taking the time and hope that if you are watching me build these characters, gives you a bit of a better idea about how to approach things and what precisely you're doing. I will throw the Rupture stuff up over here and info and all that greatness. Super excited. We're getting closer and closer to both our Kickstarter and Gen Con, making lots of cool partnerships and generally building up, making lots of connections and doing awesome things. We're quite literally hoping we'll shake up the TTRPG world a little bit. So, hey, thank you for being here early on with us and being a part of this. And hey, have a great day, everyone.